Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. No Mercy, 2017. No Mercy was a professional wrestling pay-per-view event and WWE Network event produced by WWE for the Raw brand. It took place on September 24, 2017 at Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. It was the 13th event under the No Mercy chronology. 8 matches were contested at the event, including one on the pre-show. In the main event, Brock Lesnar defeated Braun Strowman to retain the Universal Championship. In another marquee match, Roman Reigns defeated John Cena. On the undercard, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defeated Cesaro and Sheamus to retain the Raw Tag Team Championship, and Alexa Bliss defeated Bayley, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks in a fatal 5-way match to retain the Raw Women's Championship. Background: the card consisted of 8 matches, including one on the pre-show that resulted from scripted storylines and had results predetermined by WWE on the Raw brand. Storylines were produced on WWE's weekly television shows Monday Night Raw and 205 Live, the latter of which is Cruiserweight exclusive. At SummerSlam, Brock Lesnar defeated Braun Strowman, Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe in a fatal 4-way match to retain the Universal Championship. Lesnar's victory celebration with his advocate Paul Heyman was interrupted by Strowman, who attacked Lesnar and left him lying in the ring. Later in the show, a Universal Championship title match between the two was scheduled for No Mercy. The following week, Lesnar and Heyman issued a warning to Strowman on the September 4 episode, after Strowman defeated Big Show in a steel cage match. He also warned Lesnar before throwing Big Show through the cage. In a confrontation the following week, Lesnar delivered a German suplex on Strowman, who quickly responded with a chokeslam and a power slam and held Lesnar's title belt over his downed opponent. In a split-screen interview on the final Raw before No Mercy, Lesnar thanked Strowman for being a great challenge, stating that is when he is at his best. On the August 21 episode of Raw, John Cena made his return to the Raw brand due to his status as a free agent and called out Roman Reigns, who was the reason Cena came to Raw. Reigns came out to confront Cena, but they were interrupted by The Miz and Samoa Joe, resulting in a tag team match in which Cena and Reigns defeated Miz and Joe. The following week, Cena and Reigns had a contract signing for a match at No Mercy. Cena immediately signed the contract while Reigns was more reluctant, after a heated worked-shoot argument about Reigns being the new John Cena, and the two not respecting each other. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson interrupted, but lost an impromptu tag team match against Cena and Reigns. The following week, Reigns confronted Cena, who had just defeated Jason Jordan, and wondered why a rookie gave the 16-time world champion a hard time. Reigns tried to involve Cena in a fight, but Cena refused and Reigns left, claiming that Cena did not back up his own words. The following week, Reigns defeated Jordan. Cena confronted Reigns, stating that Reigns also had a hard time defeating Jordan. On the final Raw before No Mercy, Reigns lambasted Cena for being absent and compared him to The Rock, whom Cena had criticized for leaving WWE for Hollywood several years ago. At SummerSlam, Sasha Banks defeated Alexa Bliss to win the Raw Women's Championship for a record-tying 4th time. The following night on Raw, Alexa interrupted Sasha's victory celebration to demand a rematch for the following week, and teased Sasha by pointing out that Sasha had lost all her previous 3 championships in her first title defense. In the rematch, Alexa recaptured the championship. After the match, Nia Jax congratulated Alexa, but then attacked her, indicating her desire for a title match. The following week Sasha invoked her rematch clause for No Mercy. Nia and Emma, however, both confronted and demanded from General Manager Kurt Angle a championship match. Angle scheduled Nia and Emma to face Alexa and Sasha in a tag team match where if they won, they would be added to the title match at No Mercy. Nia and Emma subsequently defeated Alexa and Sasha to make the Raw Women's Championship match at No Mercy a fatal four-way match. The following week Sasha defeated Emma with Alexa and Nia on commentary. On the final Raw before No Mercy, Nia faced Alexa in a non-title match. Alexa tried to leave the ring but was stopped by Sasha and Nia defeated Alexa. After the match, Sasha, Alexa, and the returning Bayley attacked Nia. Later that night, Bayley was added to the championship match, making it a fatal five-way match at No Mercy. At SummerSlam, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins captured the Raw Tag Team Championship from Cesaro and Sheamus. The following night on Raw, the Hardy Boys congratulated Ambrose and Rollins and challenged them to a non-title match that Ambrose and Rollins won. The following week, Cesaro defeated Rollins after being distracted by Sheamus, and Ambrose defeated Sheamus after Rollins got involved. Cesaro and Sheamus then invoked their rematch clause for No Mercy. On the September 11th episode, a tag team match pitting Cesaro and Sheamus against Gallows and Anderson never started, when both teams got into a brawl with Ambrose and Rollins, who were supposed to provide commentary. In an ensuing 8-man tag team match, Ambrose, Rollins and the Hardy Boys defeated Cesaro, Sheamus, Gallows and Anderson. The following week, Cesaro and Sheamus accused Ambrose and Rollins of using each other, to which both Ambrose and Rollins and then Gallows and Anderson came out. Cesaro and Sheamus won an ensuing triple threat tag team match between the two teams. At SummerSlam, Finn Balor, wrestling in his Demon King persona, defeated Bray Wyatt. A couple of weeks later on Raw, Wyatt, who was not involved in the match, caused Balor's elimination from a battle royal to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. The following week, Balor addressed Wyatt's interference before he was confronted by Wyatt, who said that it was not Balor but the Demon King who defeated him at SummerSlam and challenged the real Finn Balor to a match at No Mercy, which Balor accepted. On the September 11th episode, after Wyatt defeated Goldust, he attempted to wipe off Goldust's face paint, but Balor came to the rescue and Wyatt retreated. The following week, Goldust as Dustin Rhodes was granted a rematch with Wyatt but was unsuccessful. Afterwards, Balor appeared on the Titantron. He said that man had created demons and asked Wyatt which one was more dangerous, and said Wyatt would find out at No Mercy. On the SummerSlam pre-show, Neville defeated Akira Tozawa to recapture the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. On the following episode of 205 Live, Tozawa was unsuccessful in a championship rematch. After the match, Enzo Amore, who was moved to the Cruiserweight division, debuted on 205 Live and confronted Neville. After Amore, Cedric Alexander and Gran Metalik won a 6-man tag team match against Noam Dar, Drew Gulak and Tony Nese. Neville informed the winners that they had qualified for a fatal 5-way elimination match, which also included Nese and the Brian Kendrick. The following night on 205 Live, Amore won of the match after last eliminating Alexander and earned a title opportunity at No Mercy. The following week on Raw, after Braun Strowman laid out Amore, Neville came out and delivered the Red Arrow to Amore. The following night on 205 Live, a confrontation between Amore and Neville ended with Amore giving the low blow to Neville. On the September 18th episode of Raw, Intercontinental Champion The Miz interrupted General Manager Kurt Angle, who was advertising No Mercy's 2 headlining matches. Miz complained that he was without a title defense for the second straight pay-per-view. Angle then scheduled a fatal four-way match involving Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Elias, and Angle's son Jason Jordan to determine Miz challenger for No Mercy. Miz criticized Jordan's entry into the match, calling Angle a poor father, and demanded for the Miztourage to be added as well. After Jordan also insisted on this, Angle agreed, making it a six-pack challenge that Jordan ultimately won. After the match, the Miztourage and Miz attacked Jordan. On September 22, a match between Apollo Crews and Elias was scheduled for the No Mercy pre-show. During the pre-show, Elias faced Apollo Crews. Elias performed Drift Away on Crews to win the match. Also during the pre-show, it was advertised that NXT's Asuka would make her main roster debut at TLC Tables Ladders. Preliminary matches. The actual pay-per-view opened with The Miz defending the Intercontinental Championship against Jason Jordan. In the end, Bo Dallas distracted the referee, allowing Curtis Axel to attack Jordan. The Miz then executed the skull-crushing finale on Jordan to retain the title. Next, Bray Wyatt fought Finn Balor. Before the match, Wyatt attacked Balor. As officials tended to Balor, Wyatt called him a coward, which prompted Balor to return to compete, and the match began. In the end, Balor executed the coup de grace on Wyatt for the win. After that, Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins defended the Raw Tag Team Championship against Cesaro and Sheamus. In the end, Sheamus attempted the Brogue Kick on Ambrose, but Ambrose avoided, and Sheamus accidentally performed the Brogue Kick on Cesaro. Rollins then performed the Ripcord Knee on Sheamus, which was followed by Ambrose performing Dirty Deeds on Sheamus to retain the title. During the match, Cesaro accidentally hit his mouth on the ring post, damaging his front two teeth. In the fourth match, Alexa Bliss defended the Raw Women's Championship in a fatal five-way match against Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, Emma, and Bayley. In the end, Bliss performed a snap DDT on Bayley to retain the title. Afterwards, John Cena fought Roman Reigns. Cena performed an attitude adjustment on Reigns for a near fall. Reigns performed a Superman punch on Cena for a near fall. Cena executed a super attitude adjustment on Reigns for another near fall. Reigns performed a spear on Cena through an announce table and scored a near fall. Cena performed two consecutive attitude adjustments on Reigns for another near fall. In the climax, Reigns executed a Superman punch and a spear on Cena to win the match. Afterwards, Cena showed respect and endorsed Reigns. In the penultimate match, Neville defended the WWE Cruiserweight Championship against Enzo Amore. In the end, Amore brought the championship belt into the ring and acted as if he was going to use it as a weapon, but the referee confiscated the belt. As the referee was returning the belt to ringside officials, Amore performed a low blow on Neville and pinned Neville with a roll-up to win the title. Main event. In the main event, Brock Lesnar defended the Universal Championship against Braun Strowman. Lesnar performed a German suplex on Strowman, but Strowman immediately performed a chokeslam and a running power slam on Lesnar for a near fall. Lesnar applied a Kimura lock and took Strowman down, but Strowman touched the ropes to break the hold. Strowman performed two running power slams on Lesnar for a near fall. Lesnar then performed an F5 on Strowman to retain the title. Reception. The show has received mixed critical reception, with general praise being directed at the matches. In particular, the tag team match, with criticism being directed towards the booking of Cena, Reigns, and Lesnar, Strowman, in addition to the conclusion of Neville's title reign. Cesaro in particular received critical praise from both fans and fellow wrestlers. for his toughness after losing his 2 front teeth, and reportedly received a standing ovation upon returning backstage after his match. Dave Meltzer, speaking on the Wrestling Observer Radio, called the main event a huge disappointment, and said that the match went against Strowman's character and performance strengths, referring to his SummerSlam and Great Balls of Fire matches in particular, despite the negative aspects of the show, including partner Bryan Alvarez comparing the Lesnar-Strowman wrestling match to their well-received car crash SummerSlam encounter. Meltzer called No Mercy a good show. Aftermath. WWE released a statement on Cesaro's medical condition stating, Cesaro's teeth were pushed up into his upper jaw by about 3 to 4 millimeters. The next step is most likely removing the teeth and then having some implants made. Immediately after No Mercy on Raw Talk, John Cena said that Roman Reigns had earned his respect, and it was now up to Reigns to continue his momentum forward. He also confirmed that he would be taking some time off. The following night, Raw opened with a segment of Miz TV with Reigns as the Miz guest, where Reigns also said that Cena had earned his respect. Miz said that despite Reigns' victory, he was the one with a championship as he retained his Intercontinental Championship against Jason Jordan. After some arguing, a match between the two was scheduled where Reigns defeated Miz. But after the match, Miz and the Miztourage attacked Reigns. Also that night, Jordan teamed with Matt Hardy in a winning effort over the Miztourage. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Sheamus, and Braun Strowman were then intertwined in this new rivalry between Reigns and Miz, resulting in the Shield reuniting and taking on the team of The Miz, Strowman, Cesaro, and Sheamus at TLC Tables Ladders. Kane returned and was added as the 5th member of the Miz team at TLC. Enzo Amore had general manager Kurt Angle sign a no-contact clause, which meant that if any cruiserweight laid their hands on Amore, they could not challenge for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship. Later, Amore's championship celebration was interrupted by the entire Cruiserweight division. Amore claimed that he made 205 Live relevant, supported by the fact that they were being featured for the first time as the main event of Raw. Neville said that Amore had made a joke out of the entire division and attacked Amore in spite of the no-contact clause. Immediately after Raw on the WWE Network, Braun Strowman came out and power-slammed Amore, and let the entire Cruiserweight division each take a shot at him. On 205 Live, Amore said that due to the no-contact clause, none of the Cruiserweights could challenge him for the title. Neville also explained that he knew that he risked his title rematch but did not care, and would do it again. Neville then faced Aria Daivari, who tried to befriend Amore, and Neville won by disqualification after Amore attacked Neville with his crutch and continued to attack him after the match. Also on Raw Talk, Alexa Bliss said that she had retained the Raw Women's Championship against the entire women's division with the exception of Alicia Fox and Mickie James, who she felt were not worthy to be considered title contenders, especially James, who she said was too old. She also said she looked forward to ending Asuka's undefeated streak. The following night on Raw, James confronted Bliss about her comments on Raw Talk. After Bliss restated her comments, James attacked her, and a Raw Women's Championship match between the two was scheduled for TLC. Also in the women's division, Sasha Banks and Bayley teamed up and defeated Emma and Nia Jax. Emma then earned the right to face Asuka at TLC. Finn Balor was interviewed backstage. He thanked Bray Wyatt for their No Mercy match, and said he would now focus on regaining the Universal Championship. However, later in the show, after a match with Goldust, as Balor stood in the center of the ring celebrating, The lights went out and a child began singing Wyatt's song He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. A rematch between Balor as his newly created demon and Wyatt embodying Sister Abigail was made for TLC. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?